self-sabotaging. I know it's really hard to do, but stop doing it. Raise the bar. It's about raising the bar here. You know what I mean? Like you're like, maybe like right here. We're trying to take you here. If you're sensitive, this is not the video for you. If you don't think you're ready to make a big shift in life and really truly start growing, this video is not for you. So click off right now because I'm gonna keep it real. Thought I found, she's mine. But stop looking for validation from other people and other situations that have literally nothing. There's nothing there for you. The only thing you're doing is hurting yourself. You're seeking comfort in all the wrong places. And you want to know what it is? It's a false comfort. Stop seeking validation from people. Stop looking for your worthiness in other people. Stop looking for your value in other people because they don't value themselves. Why are they going to value you? I mean, seriously, that boyfriend you keep running back to, why do you keep going back to him? I'm confused. Why do you sleep with random people to fill a void, right? You're trying to fill a void. You're never gonna fill that void by sleeping with other people. You're never gonna fill a void by dating shitty people. The only thing you're doing is holding yourself back and wasting your time. And I say this all the time, time wasted is time never found again. I wonder how differently your life would look if you took away all the crap. Like, I'm trying to say to you, take away looking for other people to validate you and doing stupid things that you think are gonna fill that void. How differently would your life look if you did that? This is so cliche, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Whatever you're doing is producing those results. So just stop doing what you're doing and do something different. And doing something different might be changing the people that you're around. And I know it's not easy because our brains, right? Our brains have a primal way of thinking. We are creatures of habit, and we're just gonna do things that are easy for us, easy and convenient. But life is not easy and life is not convenient. So if you keep doing these things, you're just sabotaging yourself. Stop self-sabotaging. I know it's really hard to do, but stop doing it. I got the best piece of advice when I was 20 years old. Literally, I think I was just 20. It was right around my birthday. And I had a really unfortunate breakup, you could say. I remember one of my soul sister's moms looked at me and she said, "Shelby, what are you doing?" Because I came to her and I told her what happened, and I said, "I can't wait to talk to him today about it and see why he did it. So as long as I get a good reason why he did it, I'm gonna forgive him." She's like, "You're kidding, right? He did it. He's not a good person right now. He's not in a healthy space to be in a relationship, obviously. Why do you need a good reason? The reason is he did it. And if you return to him, if you try to," me going back to him was trying to get validation out of him. It's just this weird messed up thing. She's like, "Stop returning to puke." She's like, "If you go back with him, it's gonna be like a dog eating its puke, eating its throw up," which is some biblical thing. And I'm a very visual person, so I visualized that, and I was like, ew, that's really disgusting. I don't think I want to do that. And it took her saying something so true and kind of vile for me to realize shit, why am I letting this be okay? Why is this a standard? So I think the most important thing is to raise your standards, have standards for yourself, and realize these self-destructive behaviors are never going to give you that satisfaction that you're looking for. I know we've all been there in our teenage years and early 20s where we seek validation through sleeping around with other people. This was a conversation me, my fiance, and a friend were having on the phone last night. People in high school or college, maybe even, seek their self-worth and their self-validation through sleeping with other people. And let me tell you something, that will come around to bite you in the ass. It really will. Whether it's an unplanned pregnancy, you catch something you don't want to catch, you embarrass yourself, it's just not worth it. And you're not getting any value out of it. So stop doing it. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. So instead of just telling you like, don't do this, don't do that, blah, 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 let me give you some solid things that will help you along your journey to be more confident in yourself, okay? So step number 1 is have standards. Literally sit with yourself one night, make yourself some tea, get some fuzzy socks on, get all cozy, take a bath first, meditate, whatever you want to do to like really feel present with yourself, and ask yourself, what are my standards? And if you have 0 standards, that's okay. Think about someone that you look up to, like that isn't doing bad things, like someone you really, really look up to, Are they well dressed? What do they do in their spare time? What do they do for work? Like what kind of person and characteristic traits do you think that they have? Write that down and let that be your new standard. Okay, this person wakes up early, they eat really healthy, they don't sleep around with everything that has a pulse, they don't swear, maybe they go to church, they have a good group of friends. Okay, have some standards and raise the bar. It's about raising the bar here. You know what I mean? Like you're like maybe like right here. We're trying to take you here. And when you're in a situation where you're like, think about the standards that you wrote down. And if it doesn't match the standards, remove yourself from that situation. That alone is going to give you a lot of confidence. I will say this though, if you do that and you don't follow those standards, you're not going to trust yourself. You're going to give yourself more reasons to not trust yourself and to validate that you're not confident, and you're going to keep giving your seeking your validation from other people. So you really, when you do this, you have to fucking do it. Like you can't just be like, oh yeah, because then if you don't trust yourself, who do you trust? And you're trusting people that are crappy people again, and it's a vicious cycle. So just don't do it. Another thing that'll give you some confidence is making a routine for yourself. Time block. Time blocking is really important, especially when you're trying to go from A to Z. You're trying to raise your standards. Well, okay, time block. Because a lot of people are like, I have no time to like work out or like eat healthy. It's because you don't time block. There's enough time in a day. I have 3 kids. I run a business and I'm an insurance broker. I do all of those things every single day on top of eating healthy, meal prepping, working out, reading, meditating, making videos, making content, etc. Time block. Find time for yourself because you need you time. Okay? And when you have more you time, you get comfortable in your body, and I feel like trusting yourself is such a big part of this process. And that's how you're going to start trusting yourself, is giving yourself that time. Learn how to cook a new meal, like learn how to make something good. So that way, when you do meet someone that you want to give your time and attention to, you have this recipe that you perfected and you want to share with them and show them. Get back to trusting yourself. And I think what would really help too is like diving into like a really good book or listening to a really good podcast every single day. Because if you're in a situation where you're not surrounded by good people and they're not pouring into you, that's like the most important part, is like having that community of people, that group of friends who can really pour into you. And if you're lacking that, that's okay. Then don't hang out with them for a little while. Get into a good podcast, get into something that's like gonna nourish your body, nourish your mind, and take some time for yourself. And I hate to say it, but it's always going to come back to bite you in the ass. And like I said, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Ask yourself these questions. And if this person that you're giving your time to, if this person that you're giving your self-worth and everything to, or you're trying to get that from them to reflect to you, and you're looking at the wrong person to do that, well, No wonder fucking why none of your relationships work out. It's because you're dating shit people and you're hanging around shit friends and you're doing shitty things. It's like, oh, I want to stop drinking, but every weekend I go out to the bar. Or I don't want, I want to lose weight. Stop going to fucking McDonald's then. It's a false comfort. I actually heard, I can't remember if it was Joe Dispenza or Ed Milet who said this, but scrolling on social media gives us this false sense of security, like this comfort, this false sense of security and comfort. It's not really giving you comfort. You're in this mindset and in this mood and you're upset, so you start scrolling on social media. You're not resolving anything. You're not fixing anything. Same thing as if you start dating a crappy guy, start hooking up with a crappy guy or girl, or start eating bad foods. It's a false comfort. And you're just hurting yourself. You're digging yourself into a hole. You're digging yourself so deep, you literally won't be able to get out of it. So stop doing it. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. And I know it's really hard to do that because it's comforting in a way, but there are other things you can replace that with that are going to be beneficial for you and for your future. Because again, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Sometimes I just need to keep it real. And sorry for my potty mouth. We're working on it, sort of.